Hello, hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. In the last episode, we were imprisoned by Lord Otto Von Bergow. However, Hans Capon was not imprisoned with us. He was taken off with Lord Von Bergow on some other excursion because he was hoping to get a ransom for the highborn noble son. We, on the other hand, were tortured at the hands of Ishvan Toth, our nemesis from the first game, who had stolen my father's sword. But with the help of Catherine and some duplicitous sneaking and stabbing and things like that, we managed to get out of prison, and I confronted Ishvan Toth, and things ended poorly for him. So now we're on our way to Kuttenberg, where we're hoping to meet up with some allies of King Wenceslas's, who is helping us in our struggles against King Sigismund, who I guess is the bad guy. Though I'm beginning to realize in this game that good guy and bad guy is kind of a pointless title. Let's see what happens in Kuttenberg, and let's see what kind of trouble we can get up to in a new map. I'm looking forward to it, so yeah, let's find out.
Woodcutters by the forest weren't making it up. They looked pretty frightened.
Maybe they were just in awe of your beauty.
My, you've got a silver tongue, eh?
Not that I want to contradict, but I think there might be another reason. Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
If it was only Sigismund. The devil is just as bad.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means. But he is an ally of the king. My friend.
Who is?
The dry devil.
Lord Hinek of Kunstadt, Burgrave of Znojmo Castle, a great warrior, and at this moment a guest of the Lord of Sukdal.
Why do they call him the Dry Devil, anyway?
You can ask him yourself when you see him.
I don't know why he's dry, but I know exactly why they call him devil.
Can you give it a
Seems
rest?
like a super nice
I
guy.
don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Great. So I'm to keep my mouth shut, eh?
Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil. At least for a while. That's all I'm asking.
Alright, so what's the plan now?
And once we reach Sukdal, what then?
We'll find out soon enough. The main thing we have to hope for is that the local lord will even receive us.
Who is that?
Sir Peter of Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslas himself. Very important man.
I bet he can't wait for us to ride into his courtyard.
We don't look too impressive, that's true. But I'm hoping Dry Devil will put in a word for us.
Ain't gonna see ya.
And what's your plan after that?
Visit.
We have to save Sir Hans.
Don't worry, we'll get to that, if it's not too late.
Hopefully it won't be. He's a noble, so they'll ransom him.
I don't know. His uncle has a reputation for being a pinch purse. Do you know him, Henry?
Yeah, I
And I
remember.
think I know why they say what they do about him.
Oh, but that's all by the by anyway. I intend to wage war, not parley. And if I know Dry Devil, he's of the same mind.
This
Would
could
it
go
be dangerous for Sir
bad.
Hans?
It
I don't want them
will.
to kill him.
And for us too. But I'm sure Lord Capon is expecting that. He rode to Trosky as a messenger to Von Bergow. I reckon he must have had some idea what might happen.
You got a point there. And things did go pretty bad for us, but I'd rather not lose the guy. He's kind of my meal ticket. So, this is the area around Kuttenberg, huh? Doesn't look all that different, though I expect that's how it should be. I mean, it's not that far away from where we were, actually. By modern transport, at least. You know, by horse, I'm sure it's a few days. Oh, I hope I get Pepples back.
Come on.
Oh, this is a nice little castle, little fortress. Let's hope we get a better welcome than we did the last place. The last place they threw manure on us, or horse, or human poo. Let's hope it doesn't happen again.
Watered, fed, saddled, first thing.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so who is this guy? Ooh, fancy outfit.
Greetings. What's your business here?
The blessing of our Lord Jesus Christ, sir. I expect your Peter Pisek. I am Jan Žižka of Trosnov. I have an important message for your guest, Hinek of Kunstadt. Actually, for you two.
A message for the Dry Devil?
Well, now.
Oh, here's the
Captain
devil.
Žižka. And young Henry.
Ooh, you're fancy. I love the hat.
Oh, great
I want
yachts.
one. Oh, Jobst.
I'm afraid your friend Hinek is no longer here. But I'd love to know what brought you two together. But also, what the hell happened to you?
Well, sir,
Unfortunately, I'm otherwise occupied at the moment. Get some rest. You're clearly in dire need of it. We'll talk tomorrow. Sir Peter, please, take care of our guests.
Yes, sir.
I find it interesting that Jobs sounds like he's from the Midwest in the United States. Everybody else is
Let's
like
go!
British and Czech and German and stuff. Quite the eclectic group of voice actors they got for this game, didn't they?
He's all we needed.
You must be tired and hungry after your journey. Follow me.
He looks thrilled to see us. But hopefully we can find some things to do in this area. It'll be kind of fun. I'm looking forward to exploring the new map.
You have a very fine fortress, my lord.
I'm glad you think so.
You don't?
Alright, we're here.
To be honest, I'd much prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man with my experience.
Oh, my dog's
With your
back.
fortune.
That's interesting.
That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trotslov.
Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
No, that's more down to his Hungarian cousin, if you get the meaning.
All right.
Wow, this is
my
nice
lord.
looking in here.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a hard journey.
The journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Oh, that's the
Where
truth.
are you coming from, anyway?
From Trosky.
That's Sir Otto Von Bergow's domain. What were you doing there, pray tell?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil. And I had a job to do around Trosky, if you get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually,
You
it
could
was
say that.
pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a
I
small
was gonna say, I
stronghold.
wouldn't call it a
And we
castle.
nearly got Von Bergow too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous deed?
That would have been nice. He was saved by
Marvar
the
von
Prague
Aulitz.
forces. Wasn't my
I
fault.
know that name. He's the commander of the Prague militia.
Exactly. And they came with him.
But why would the Praguers send forces to Trosky?
But they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trosky, but here. They just stopped off to visit Von Bergow because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Bergow and von Aulitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard, and drill the troops. But I'm
Was
grateful
that
to
all?
you, friends.
That's not much.
Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that
That's
red from
right.
Burgundy right away.
We bring
You might
you
want to save some for Jobst.
good
I'll
news, and you're going
gladly
to get us
risk his
drunk.
displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh?
Well, that is, I wouldn't dream of disrespecting the Margrave. Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once.
Ooh, how much?
And Catherine here,
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway,
I'm sure.
if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
Are we? Did I meet him and have conversations with him in the last game? I kind of got bored during the last third of it and didn't pay much attention. I don't remember.
Well, we only met once, in fact. When he came to see Lord Hanush in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinek, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while, at my invitation.
He's no
Was he?
longer here?
So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Jobst. When he met Hinek, he was somewhat disturbed.
This guy sounds great.
Disturbed? Why?
Well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, they agreed it would be best if they saw as little of each other as possible. I'm sure if you're interested in the details, the Margrave will explain it to you himself.
Oh, I can't
I'd be
wait.
very surprised.
I'm a little confused as to what's actually happening.
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He almost put himself in Sigismund's reach. What for?
To do what he's been doing all his life. Scheming.
One could put it that way. He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided with Sigismund so far.
Well, that seems like a
Wants to
good
make
thing.
Deals with turncoats?
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. The majority lean towards the side where they expect the least problems. Just between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's strategy, and I'm the last one who'd wish for violence.
Huh. What's the Dry Devil doing
What
here?
was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of Cumans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here, in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out. He told Hinek he had to stop because he was interfering with his plans.
Oh, I'm sure that went over well, telling a guy like that he can't do something. So what do you think of the situation?
About
What do you
all of
think?
this, sir? Sigismund, Wenceslas, Jobst.
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, we all know that King Wenceslas isn't the great man his father Charles was. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear the crown. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. What of it? In my opinion,
What?
kingship
That seems
is
like an
above all a guarantee of
incredibly
divine peace.
short-sighted.
A sovereign's greatest asset is his legitimacy.
But what if the Sovereign is truly bad? If he's mad, say.
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
So, what about us? What do we do now?
The Margrave will certainly want to talk to you, but the earliest he'll be back at the fortress will be tomorrow. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to.
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns, for the sake of security.
Whose security?
Good question. Yours, I expect.
So be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Well, I appreciate the hospitality, buddy. You didn't have to take us in, and it's very nice.
Thank you for
of
the warm welcome, Lord Pisek.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit crammed.
All right, well, I think it's time to hit the sack. What do you guys
I
say?
suppose I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door.
All right, so this is my room at the Sokol Fortress. Not bad, not bad. This is a whole lot better than anywhere I've stayed so far. Ooh, nice view. This game really is quite pretty and well put together. I even got my own shitter. All right, well, some pretty nice digs, but I think it's time to hit the sack. So here we go. Wow, 12 hours. I was tired. Oh, we're having another dream. Am I going to see Mr. Toth in my dream, or am I just going to stare at the moon? Well, he dead.
So you got your revenge?
Aw, Daddy's here to visit me. Hey, Dad.
Father, did it make you feel any better?
Well, yes, actually.
It did. So what comes next?
I'm going to Disneyland. What does come next?
Mark von Aulitz is next. Then von Bergow.
And is that what you really want, son? No matter
I mean,
how many people you kill,
Kind
you
of,
can't
yeah.
change what's happened.
Yeah, but people still need to be punished, I think, and stopped from doing it to more people.
It's what I want.
Are you sure, Henry?
Yes, I want to stop the bad guys from doing it again, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, staring at me.
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
All right, well, what about Catherine?
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Oh, very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you
Okay, so
need
we're just
anything
going to sit
else?
here and awkwardly
No,
look at each other?
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
Oh, I mean,
I'm
you don't have
not
to
a
be formal.
nobleman. You don't have to stand on ceremony with me.
I do, since you're a guest of the Margrave, sir. May I leave?
I?
Sure, yeah.
That is... yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that was awkward. See ya. Nice to know people can just come on in here anytime they want when I'm asleep. That's kind of creepy, but let's put the armor on and go find out what everybody wants. There he is.
It's strange, crooked, like a letter from a fancy book.
This. I fell off the battlements at Laxenburg Castle.
Lord above! From the walls! And were you conquering or defending that castle, sir?
Well, depends on how you look at it. We were storming a wine cellar, you see.
Ah, I do see. Only maybe you shouldn't go around telling people that, sir. It doesn't sound too heroic.
Now let's talk to
what?
Zizka.
Heroes like to have a drink too, now and again. I've got loads of scars from real battles anyway.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
I think I'm good.
Me? Bah, considering what we've been through, surprisingly good.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Ah, yes.
Nah, don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us.
They can wait a while longer then. First, I have to fix myself up and tell Catherine to prepare the horses. You go ahead without me.
I see. He wants me to go on. Is he prepare the horses for what? Is he
Are you
expecting a
expecting
problem?
trouble?
I always expect trouble. Jobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
Yeah, good point. All right. I guess I'm supposed to go
Should I
alone.
really go and see Jobst
I
on my own?
mean, he's gonna want to talk
He's
to
a
you.
Margrave,
You have a
though.
lot of information.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
Well, all right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then.
I
I'll
see.
be going then.
Very well. It's Jobst. I like his hat.
Henry.
I want it so bad.
Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that Von Bergow's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trosky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir.
You could say that.
I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with Von Bergow at Trosky?
He tried to kill me multiple times. Should I be a smartass?
I
Yeah.
beg your pardon, Margrave, but I have the feeling you already know everything.
Really? I have the opposite feeling. These days, I seem to be completely in the dark. John of Liechtenstein, my court spy, I suppose you could say, has mysteriously fallen silent. But there's one thing you're right about. I have a fair idea about what you got up to at Trosky. Now, let's get to a more important question. I heard you ended up in von Bergow's dungeon. And judging by the state you were in when you arrived, I expect they didn't treat you too well.
I don't know. In a kinky
Reveal
way, I
anything
enjoyed it.
important there by any chance?
I didn't say anything.
Well, they
I
asked
said
questions,
nothing.
yes. But I was counting on that and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
Well, I mainly told them things I was pretty sure Von Bergow already knew. Like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas, that you and I met in Ratai.
And was he satisfied with that?
Well, I don't think he expected anything more from a simple servant of Lord Capon.
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me.
Well, you're a bad
You
judge
can
of
keep
character.
a cool head as the world around you burns. You'll make it far. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
It's honored, but I can't accept. I can't expand in Lord Sir Hands. You know, I'm not. Yeah, the only reason I'm staying is for
What?
him.
Go home. I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure Von Bergow has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
Okay, so I'm not going to listen to him, but that'll be good.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnek, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinnek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would
Well,
be
this
futile
guy
trying to
puts it all
explain
on
to
his
you
sleeve.
the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country.
Right.
And of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road.
Oh, for crying out loud. Are we going to whip them all
No
out and have a
offense
measuring
intended.
contest?
I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me? Well, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
I believe we have been threatened. Well, that's just part and parcel with this
I
game.
consider this
Everybody
matter
I meet
closed.
threatens me in some way or the other.
Farewell and good luck.
To be honest, I'm getting a little bit tired of it, though. I feel like everybody that I come across has some kind of threatening posture towards me. It's really irritating. Indeed. How are we going to get Capon back? How are we going to even find
I get the feeling
him?
Yopes didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information.
All right, well. These two have been more competent than anybody else I've come across so
I've got a
far,
job
so...
for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
All right, off we go to find a Dry Devil. I want Pepples back. Give me my horse.
Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me.
All right, so it looks like
Like
Zizka
this.
has some kind of plan to find this Dry Devil guy, and I'm sure there's going to be a really long, convoluted conversation that we're going to have that explains where we're going to find this guy, and Zizka's going to tell me all about it. But while he's talking, I'm just going to look at the scenery
If
and
it comes to that,
just enjoy how pretty this game is.
don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, And if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to
Is
start.
that Oakland?
And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the
Now
devil's
wait a minute.
capable.
I'm not capable, and I've been doing just fine, thank you.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein and Capon?
The same thing we did to Von Bergow. But don't worry, it's gonna take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I don't know.
I just hope Sir Hans is all right.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
If I don't bring him back to Hannish alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for me
How
if I
much
return
farther is it?
without hands. That's a bad
Still a long
idea.
way to go. Shall we speed up? Dismount.
All right, here we are at the Devil's Den. We made it.
I hope our journey doesn't prove to be in vain. Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry.
All right, I just had to walk forward a little bit, but here we are. Ooh, that kind of place. Oh, this is going to end well.
I warned you, you had it coming, you drunk.
All right, so we arrived at a new location. And first things first, in typical Kingdom Come Deliverance fashion, violence.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a crossing for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for
So you're
that
just going to
turnip,
stab him?
but I can only pay for it with iron.
Oh, man. So
Shiska?
we're going to start killing people already, huh? Great.
You turn on your heel and get going. If you value your life. You might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
Oh, so we're just gonna stab and murder people now. Great. Got myself into a fight. Okay, well, I guess it's time to sword fight. Fun. Buddy, you don't want to do this with me. It's not going to end well for you. Hey, what? I didn't even get to kill the guy. I didn't get to do anything.
Do I
Where's
have
the
to
fun
put
in
you out
that?
of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
What in the world is wrong with his voice?
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do.
Sorry for the
Anyway,
audio, guys. The game is
This
bugging
is
out
Henry.
again.
Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
$69.99.
I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
There will
easy.
be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper.
Oh, there we got an audio back.
Gentlemen,
Okay.
I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Who's this devil fellow?
Sounds like we're getting ready to hatch
He's an
an
angry,
escape plan.
dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side, but never against you.
And a treacherous old fox, too. One time, he was besieging a castle, and when they refused to surrender, he dressed up as a begging hag. They let him in, and he slit their throats in their sleep. I still regret not being there to see that.
I was there. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate for him at night, and you know the rest.
Ha! Well, I could better the way Devil tells it.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
Oh, what are they going to do?
That's
Listen
the
to you
problem.
talk?
What problem?
Well, I'm alone here.
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too. When the devil was captured, they scattered. Some are dead, some ran for the hills. Some are probably holed up somewhere drinking.
What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news?
They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He
So
will
this
be
devil guy
watched
got
by a
himself
dozen armed
captured,
guards.
and now we got to
Only
figure out a
3,
way to free
so
him
unless you have
on
10
our
men up your
own.
sleeve.
Wow, this is going
I
to be
thought
really
the devil
easy,
would
isn't
have
it?
at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty. You know the rest.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention coin. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Wow,
Well,
this guy is
how
genuinely
about some
useless,
hand
isn't he?
cannons?
Like,
Have you
I
got
hope I don't
some?
have to deal with him very
Well,
much.
not on me. But maybe there are some in our old camp. It isn't far.
Maybe.
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hit them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road that used to transport the devil.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty to happen in it. West of here. You can't miss it.
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubienka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely hid somewhere.
Great. At least I won't have to carry them myself.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
That was oddly convenient, where we happen to get to the Devil's Den just in time for the devil who's about to be executed, even though he was captured a month ago, to be led past a very convenient ambush location. And we just happen to, luckily, get here just in time for that to happen. Coincidence? Probably. But this incredibly irritating man here apparently knows where some hand cannons are that we can use in the ambush to try to rescue the guys, so I guess we're gonna go get some hand cannons, and I have to listen to this guy run his mouth the entire time. This is gonna be irritating. Alright, so one very long, very annoying, and very tedious mission later, listening to this guy talk non-stop with his voice that sounds like fingernails on chalkboard, we finally have all the hand cannons, and it's time to get over to the ambush to free this devil guy from whoever has captured him. I just want this over with. It is easily the worst thing I've done in this game so far, and I can't wait to shoot somebody, especially this guy on the horse. I cannot stand him, and I hope I don't have to deal with him very much later in the game. If I do, I might have to just, I don't know. Oh. Alright, so it looks like they have been busy setting up a roadblock. Let's talk and find out what the plan is. Yeah, what's going on?
We have the hand cannons.
How did it go? Any trouble?
It was purgatory.
The next time you want to send me looking for something with Kubienka, just kill me. You'll save me a lot of suffering.
Did we find those cannon? We did. So stop whining.
When you spend more time with Kubienka, you'll realize he's not doing it on purpose. He's just a prick.
Oh, don't worry. I already figured that out long ago.
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks, and when they pass, we'll attack. So, Kubienka, take half of the men and go over there. The rest will stand on the other side.
Where will I go?
You'll stay here with me.
Oh, thank you for not sending me with the other guy.
We'll wait for them to arrive. And then...
But they're going to arrive, and I'm assuming we're just going to kill everybody? Who do we have here? It's the devil. Nice haircut, buddy.
No, how many fucking times have I told you? Are you deaf?
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
Pay no attention to him, Rupert.
We got some fun voice acting in this section, that's for sure.
You can't even show me a grain of human decency.
Do I have to use a hand cannon? I didn't really like it. When I used it last time, I'd prefer not to.
Paul! What the fuck?
Damn. There's more of them than I was expecting. We can't back out now. Let's blast at them and
Use a
seize the
hand
advantage.
cannon, but I guess I will if I have
you
to.
two, get that wreck off the
Yeah, I don't
road.
look suspicious in my
Not to
full
worry,
armor, do I?
Honorable Sir. We're working on it. To the task!
Yeah, that's good. Crossfire. Yep, this is why we don't use hand cannons. And full armor. That's nice.
Matilda!
Oh, we killed the horse.
My leg, damn it!
Nice. Well, that's gone
That was just a
well.
warning shot. Surrender, or the next one will go straight through your guts.
I'd rather use my bow and arrow,
Next time,
but
will you hit the mark?
I'd rather settle it without bloodshed.
That's easy. Surrender, and none of you will be harmed. Until you hang alongside the devil, that is.
The only one surrendering will be you.
Oh, really? Rupert, bring that bastard to me. And you, arrest the others. If they resist, just kill them.
You're mine!
yeah, we're just gonna go with a sword. Screw the cannon. Got some slashy and stabby for you. Very nice. Who's next? Some slashy and stabby for you. There we go. Problem solved. We're gonna just stab everybody here. Ow! Hey! Hey! I'm holding the block button. Still holding the block button. Alright, is this the last one here? Are we good? There we go.
You got it, Drew!
Alright, got rid of everybody, I think. You can get up. Alright, well, we cleared everybody out. Time to talk to Jiska here and get out of Dodge, I guess.
We should get out of here, don't you think?
The sooner we're gone, the better. Welcome back, Hinnick.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be getting worked over by those bastards in Sigismund's camp. You saved my arse, fellas. Although, I have a second hole in it now because of you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, you got shot in the butt. It happens.
That was an accident. I couldn't hit you that well, even if I wanted to.
That would be a shame. We'd be hard-pressed to find another horseman like him.
Spare me the flattery. It's enough you thought I was worth saving. Warms the cockles of my heart.
Don't thank me until you know what we're up to.
Ha ha! I knew there was a reason you rescued me. What's your plan?
I have no idea what the plan is.
How are we doing,
I'm gonna
Devil?
stay quiet.
Do you have some kind of hideout? What about your people?
Hideout? Our old camp was a shithole.
Don't insult
Yes,
our
it
home
most
from
certainly
home.
was.
Shush! We can stay here.
Here? For all to see?
This here hole is far from town, and has such a bad reputation that decent people are afraid to come here. As long as you're paying, old Treadlight will serve you wholeheartedly. This place has everything we need, and people who come here can be recruited for some dirty work.
And there are no fleas in the beds.
Furthermore, it's called the Devil's Den, and I like that.
All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. But back
What
to
am
the
I
point,
now,
Devil.
the, errand
what
boy?
about your people?
My people? Kubienka isn't enough for you.
No, he isn't.
To be honest,
That's
I'd
too
rather be
bad.
rid of him. I don't even want him around.
Fucked off somewhere. They didn't send any messages to my jail cell.
We'll have to do something about that. But first, you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern.
All right. You don't want to come with me, buddy? I thought you had the hots for her.
You're not coming with me?
Does that bother you? Well, you're not afraid of her, are you?
No,
Someone might
dipshit. I
recognize
just don't
me
know the
if
area.
they
It would be
saw
nice
us
to have this
together.
guy around to help me.
All right.
God, they're all idiots.
What will you be doing?
I don't know about these two, but I'll be having a rest. I'm not going to sit on a horse for a while anyway.
But we don't have
Yeah,
time for
I
that.
guess having a hole shot
We
in your
need
butt
more
cheeks will do
people.
that.
The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Forget it. It hurts like you shot off one of my arse cheeks. I can barely stand.
At least tell me what happened to your infamous Devil's Pack. Where can we find them?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Where are they, Kubienka? Why didn't you lot free me from jail?
You gather a band of criminals and then you are surprised they cannot be trusted?
So, nobody's left?
Some might return now that the devil is back.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Or will you find them? They could be anywhere.
We'll have to search for them. Will you help us, Henry?
Well, I mean, I don't really have any other options, and I can't really be a smartass with this guy because he's been pretty helpful to
I
me.
reckon I don't have a choice, do I?
I like that boy already. No pointless questions, just straight to the task.
At least tell him where to find the bastards.
I'd love to. But I don't even know who survived that fuck-up.
Not many of us are left. Janos and Adder were the first to run. I reckon they are gorging themselves somewhere. If they have any coin.
What about Bohuta and his brother? They've always been reliable.
Slavik died, Bohuta took it badly. He's not coming back.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Henry may be able to convince him.
I doubt it, but he can try.
Do we have
Hey, I
anyone
can do
else?
a lot of things.
Well, there's Matthew and Roniak. But who knows where they ended up.
And that's all.
We could also try those rebellious farmers who are fighting against Sigismund around here.
I don't want any dirty peasants. I want my old pack.
In that case, there is no one else left.
Again.
All right, I have a fetch quest to go get people. Yay, fetch quest. New area? I've also got a quest to go into Kuttenberg and meet with Catherine to find out what she knows about Liechtenstein. So in the next episode, we're heading into the big city of Kuttenberg, and I cannot wait to see how that is laid out in design. But that's all we have time for today. If you enjoyed the content, hit the thumbs up button and let me know that you liked it. And if you want to see more content, be sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be posting the entire game here from start to finish. And so far it's been great, and I can't wait to see more. But that's all we have for today. So until next time, I'll catch y'all later.